Well, Operation Epic Fury is now entering its third week. I am joined now by North Dakota Senator John Hoeven, whose state is home to two very big Air Force bases, which are branches of the Air Force Nuclear Deterrence and Reconnaissance Wings. Senator, thank you very much. You also sit on the Energy Committee, which is incredibly important right now as everyone is talking about energy and gas prices here at home. Let's pull up this full screen of the Truth Social that the president just put out from Mar-a-Lago about working with other countries now, allies, to send in warships into the Strait of Hormuz to help protect trade that has to go through, oil that has to go through on these trade ships. What do you think of that? Do you think it's a good idea for the U.S. to start escorting oil tankers in the Strait?
I think it's really, first off, good to be with you, Aishah. Appreciate it. And I think it's a really good idea. I was pleased to hear it this morning. The president now has other countries that are going to be bringing in ships to work with our military in terms of securing the Strait of Hormuz. I think it's an excellent idea. And when you couple that with the incredible work that our military is doing to take away Iranians' ability to hit back. You saw what happened with Karg Island yesterday. As a matter of fact, yesterday was our largest day in terms of military strikes on Iran. We've taken down their defenses, and now we're systematically destroying their ability to strike back. All that goes to securing the Strait of Hormuz, which is why we've said, this is a short-term effort to get it done. And now adding these assistance from not only the Gulf countries, which we've been getting, but now other countries with their ships. And in addition, you may have seen yesterday that a Marine Expeditionary Unit from Japan, which has remarkable capabilities, is headed for the Gulf as well.
The administration is trying to move a lot of different pieces right now to get these gas prices under control. If we can put up on the screen here, this is where gas prices sit right now. They're at $3.67 for unleaded today. Just about a week ago, it was at $3.41. And 1 month ago, we were under $3, which was something the administration was extremely happy about. The Financial Times had this headline, Senator, I want to read to you, because they're saying that these prices, even if we do all of these things like tap the Strategic Petroleum Reserve, that these prices may not come down for quite a while. They say the U.S. Energy Department has warned that petrol and diesel prices are unlikely to recede to pre-war levels, those levels under $3, until mid-2027 at the earliest. Is that true? Were these prices not come down under $3 until next year?
Yeah, I don't believe so, Aishah. Matter of fact, I gave a speech on the Senate floor on this very subject this week and talked about both the short-term, medium, and long-term impacts here. Look, I think in the medium term, meaning, weeks, not months, those prices are going to be coming down. And ultimately, I think the prices will be lower for several reasons. First, we're producing a lot more here in the United States. We've grown our domestic production from 5 to 14 million barrels. So we produce what we need, and we're now exporting. That's fundamentally important for the long term. You have a short-term disruption because of uncertainty created by the conflict with Iran, but you're seeing all the resources are being brought to bear on securing the Strait of Hormuz. I think you combine that and you eliminate Iran's ability to control the strait. And I think in the medium and longer term, you're going to see lower prices.
Okay. The other concerning topic for Americans right now is, of course, threats to the homeland, their safety and security because of these strikes with Iran. A lot of Americans heard the president say this earlier this week, and we're a little bit shaken up about the possibility of Iran activating sleeper cells in the country. Listen to this.
But oil prices are already coming back down, and it's going to come down. But we're not leaving until that job is finished, and it's going to be very fast. It's going to be very fast.
Okay. That is the wrong soundbite. But what he said here was that they have been trying to, they've been very much on top of these potential sleeper cells. The biggest problem we have is the Democrat shutdown. We know a lot about them, but the shutdown doesn't allow us to do what we have to do. Do we know where these sleeper cells are at the moment, and why aren't we going after them right now?
Aishah, thanks for bringing this up. This is so important. That's why it is so important that the American people understand what's going on right now with Democrats blocking our ability to fund ICE and Border Patrol. Understand that those are the kind of law enforcement resources we need in place to secure our country. First, to keep people from coming into this country that pose a threat, like these sleeper cells. But then also you have Homeland Investigative Services that tracks down everything from the kind of things you're talking about, sleeper cells, along with our FBI, Department of Justice, law enforcement, all those kind of things, as well as human trafficking, drug smuggling, and these other things. This is how we keep our country safe, and that's why it is so important that we fund DHS, and we continue to make that case to the American people, and the American people need to make it to our Democrat colleagues to get this done.
Well, very quickly here, Democrat Senator Alyssa Slotkin this week said that she is ready to fund the Department of Homeland Security as long as Republicans will carve out ICE. And we all know ICE is already funded through the big, beautiful bill. So would you support such a measure? Take out ICE, leave that conversation for later, and just get this department funded now?
That sounds good. But again, they're defunding law enforcement, like we just talked about, number one. Number two, we've offered, in essence, to say, OK, we'll put a continuing resolution in place so that, that we have this security while we negotiate what Democrats want to do on ICE. And as you've seen, we've already offered them body cameras, requiring more training. There's been changes made at DHS. Tom Hoeven was sent into Minneapolis, St. Paul. On and on again. We have made offers to them, and they keep turning us down.
Okay. Well, watch it, and we'll see what happens. Thank you very much, Senator Hoeven, for joining me. Have
Thanks,
a great
Aishah.
weekend.
Appreciate it. You too.